Right guys, cracking signal here. Thought it was a cartwheel at first, but there's no lip around the edge. It's pretty crusty on that side, so I'm going to give it a clean, guys. Well, it is a curious one. There's absolutely nothing on it whatsoever. Can't get the tiniest bit of detail. It's not a cartwheel, they never come up very great, but you can always tell they are a cartwheel. And even the George III pennies, you usually see the head on them and they're identifiable, but this is completely blank. I don't think it's Roman. It's too round for Roman. But even Roman, you can usually tell there's something on them. Strange. We shall never know. On to the next. Alright guys, just check the same hole as that unidentifiable disc came out of. Check the hole and there's an 1861 halfpenny in there. So I'm guessing that big lump of nothingness is Victorian, whatever it is. Anyway, this is in quite good nick. It's not green. There's a lot of detail on that. It's actually come up like a blacky colour. It's quite a nice patina on there. Good morning, Your Majesty. Yeah, so nice little hole that. Don't think there's anything else in there. So that might be some kind of medallion or token or something. Anywho, on to the next. Right guys, the Vicky and that round disc of nothingness was there. So I've just had a sweep of the area and got something else round and in the ground. Looks quite small, this. So I thought I'd share it with you. Oh, is that a crown on there or something? That looks unusual. It looks like some kind of token to me, guys. Let me give it a clean. Well, no idea what it is. Honestly say I've never seen one before. There's a crown on there and some kind of emblem underneath. On the back, I think it says Jennings. Is that a 3 on the top? And 1848 underneath. So some kind of token with some description, identifiable. I'll have to Google that and see what it is. I'll put a picture on the after this clip if we find something of what it should look like. Interesting. On to the next. Alright guys, a couple of feet away from that 2-in-1 hole find, we've got low 80s. We believe it to be a coin, and the pennies give off 60s to 70s. This is 80s, so it's usually cartwheels or silver at this scale on the fisher. So we thought we'd do a livey, didn't we, Egg?
We did.
It's under there, bud. So maybe George V silver. You got the pinpoint, yeah?
Well, it's just...
Right.
Thank you. It's not silver, it's just a normal coin.
Is it? It's giving off a good signal though, isn't it?
It's just another penny, I think.
Not normally that reading.
It's very dirty on the back, you might have to clean.
Alright, let's give us a sec, guys. Alright guys, not much on this, I'm afraid. It's not one of the old one pennies, it's a George III one, I think, judging by the thickness of it, and hence the higher numbers. So yeah, we're going to go George III. On to the next. Alright guys, a few feet away from where we found my last coin, and it's not my first spoon, but it's my first silver spoon. Got a lion on there, which I did find some at Silver the other day, and I was doing a hallmark check on the internet, and I seem to remember that the lion is London. There's an F in there, that's the maker's mark, I think. I'm not sure, I'm guessing, to be honest. And there's something else in there, so that's very identifiable. I should be able to get an ID off of that. And some kind of age for the farmer. Yeah, very interesting. Nice little area this. 4 holes so far, 4 or 5 holes, 4 coins and a silver spoon. Good day out. On to the next. Alright guys, got a few finds. Didn't video them at the time. I got chatting to someone else from the club who was in the next field and their permission. So got a military button there, or a livery button. Might be able to get something off that when it's cleaned up. Now this is quite interesting. It's lead, I think. And I think there's some age to that. I'm trying to find the other part of it at the moment. But a bit of a gentle clean. I think it's been pierced at the top at some point. I'm hoping I can get some detail off that. I have no idea what it is. But that's definitely old. You can live there for now. A few feet away from that, I'm guessing that's a palm guard. Stitching leather so you didn't stab your hand. It's quite heavy, so I've got to carry that around with me all day now. Could have found it on my way back to the van, but anyway. And I've got a solid 61 on the fisher, which usually indicates a coin, and I've got a ball to break into, so I thought I'd do it with you, because that's the kind of guy I am, you see. Still in the big bit. Ah, dope. Bit of tat. On to the next. Yep, 1862, halfpenny. Not in bad nick. Giving weird numbers for some reason. So yeah, anyway. See Vicky on that. I'll clean up alright that one, I think. On to the next. Well guys, after digging nearly 50 copper coins, nearly all of which are toasted, couldn't believe we haven't had a silver come up yet. And there's something shiny in there. I can see George Eves on the top. It's looking modern to me though. We've had umpteen George III coppers out of here. Go on, be nice. Ooh, that looks beautiful. 1931 florin. I'll take that. It's not George III, but that is a beautiful coin. Give me a second. Bit of a clean, guys. Yeah, lovely coin. That should clean up a treat at home. Absolutely beautiful, that. Loving that. I think it's the first time we've found one of these. Just look at the detail on that. The strings on the harp are still there. The lions clear as a bell. Lovely coin. Why don't they make coins like that anymore? Alright guys, interesting little find. It's a thingy. Looks like it's got a bird in the middle there. And some flowers, obviously. Not sure if they're fish on the ends. Turned it over looking for a hole mark. It just says silver. But it's extremely light, and he was giving 40, 41 on the fisher. Silver's usually in the 80s. So if it is silver, there's not much silver in it. Hence no hole marks, I'm guessing. But yeah, it used to be, I'm guessing, some kind of brooch. But it's extremely light. It almost feels like it's foil. But anyway, nice find. On to the next. Right guys, first decent find on the rally. Not quite sure. Just going to give it a clean up. Doesn't look very round, and there is a Roman road apparently at the end of this field. So I don't know, has it got a milled edge? Focus you fool. Let's give it a clean. Alright guys, fooled me slightly. Can't really get a good... It's George III. You just see his little head on there. Looked like a Roman head. I'm going to put it on there, see if it'll focus better. There we go. Maybe drying out a bit now. It's $17.99. Managed to get a date on the bottom and just about make it out. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird size. It seems bigger than a halfpenny and not as big as a penny. But anywho, coin's a coin, a bit battered. It's been in the plough, I think, a few times. On to the next. Right guys, it's pretty much toasted. Can't get a date off it, unfortunately. It's 1690s. It's a shilling, this one. It's a bit bigger than the sixpences that we normally find into love tokens. It is a little bit bent. I don't know if someone's had a go at it and give up. I don't know. But yeah, I'll take that. On to the next. Well guys, just off that William III shilling. Just had a 2 feet away. Just doing a little scooch around the area. And I think I've got a love token. And I've just said it's not a, the other one's not a sixpence love token, which I normally find, and then I've found one. Yeah, toasted as these usually are. Give me a sec. Yeah, William III sixpence. Can't really make anything out on it, but that's what it is. Definitely. It's a love token. Standard, nothing on it. Yep, 2 William III's in the space of 2 feet. And I've done this area one way. That's like I say, I'm just gridding it the other now. Yeah, it just goes to show how much you miss. On to the next. Alright guys, scratch a little signal here. Nearly never dug it, but I'm not getting many signals today, so there's a figure on there and there's some writing. What does that say? Don't know. Church? Not sure. It says temperance on it as well somewhere. I think it was on the other side. There's something on the other side as well. Can't really make it out through the camera, unfortunately. It's Glory. Summit Glory and Co. on top. Not sure. I'll have to give it a decent clean when I get home. Get it under the magnifying glass. Try and ID that. It's copper, I think. There's definitely something on there. Yep, interesting. On to the next. Right guys, just had a little farthing up. You see Britannia on there, just about. The date line where my scabby thumbnail is. But I don't think we can get a date off it. It's George III, I think. Just about see his head on there before. So you have to take my word for it. But yeah, George III, farthing. Good signal one way and nothing the other way, so I nearly never dug it. I thought it was a bit of iron. But yeah, I don't know why it didn't get it. It was quite flat. Anywho, about 8 inch down. On to the next. Alright guys, just had this up. A little bit of detail on this buckle. Don't normally get excited over these, but it's quite a nice one, that one. Georgian, I'm guessing. Yeah, nice little find that. Quite liking it. It's missing the middle bit. It snapped off as I dug it, but anyway, on to the next. Alright guys, it's George V, this one. Trying to get a date off it. I think it's 1933.
Oh my god.
Wish it was. Yeah, I could see his head on it before. Underneath all the grot. Yeah. Alright guys, just had this up. 82.83 on the Fisher. I thought it would be a cartwheel or George III penny, something like that, but it looks foreign to me, and possibly even French, Eric. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it's definitely not English. Dots around the side.
Yeah, it's got the stars around the side, hasn't it?
Might be American.
Could be.
It's got stars, not sure.
It's copper. Anyway, let's clean it up. Alright guys, we have a 1 cent American. Eric was right. Yeah. I think it was 1827 or 1837, wasn't it? Or is it 1887?
It's hard to tell.
1887. It's 1887, I think. Yeah, Liberty on the headband thing there. It's weird to find that in the middle of, well, Cumbria, isn't it, Ed?
Yeah, never. Oh, we found one American coin, I think, before.
Yeah.
It's from like the 1970s.
Yeah. Well, yeah, nice little find. Definitely a first, that, for us. Front's a bit better than the back, but yeah, we'll have that, won't we?
It's nice.
On to the next. Right guys, following on from that little hammered penny we found, we think we found another hammy just a few feet away, and this has got to be the best sight in metal detecting when you first uncover a hammered. I think it is. It's got the beads around there, Eric. Look.
Let me see.
Beautiful. Oh, get in. Right, let's crack it open and see what it is. Oh, it looks like a good one, does. Looks like a stonker. No date on it, so it's not a Lizzie. Let me give it a clean up, guys. Welcome back, guys. Yeah, well happy with that. That's an absolute beauty of a coin. Not quite sure who it is yet. But yeah, look at that. That'll clean up an absolute beauty, Eric, won't it?
I think so.
Just to think we were going to go home as well.
Mm.
I think it's one of the Henrys, isn't it? Can't quite make out who it is, but yeah, brilliant. Absolutely over the moon with that. Right, let's see if there's any more. On to the next. Right guys, got a solid 2021 on the Knox, and whatever it is in there. So Eric the noob is going to open it, ain't you, noob?
Hmm. Yeah. Coin, I believe, a penny, I think.
New penny.
Just a new one, yeah. Or half penny, is it? Let's say half penny, I believe.
Hmm. Yeah, that's what it is. Queen Elizabeth there. Bit bent, innit?
Hmm.
Halfpenny love token, maybe, from 1971. Non muy interessante. On to the next. Alright guys, just had this up. Don't know what it is. But that's not the interesting thing. Dug the clod, and we found this little fella. Right in the bottom of there.
Yeah, weird as anything.
We found a few of these, but I'm not quite sure what they are. Hello, whatever you are. He's not going to win any beauty awards, is he, Az?
Probably not, no.
Whatever it is. Strange looking thing. Well, we can't really put him back because he's going to get crushed, isn't he?
Yeah, that's just squeezing down the side of the cloth.
Yeah, we might just leave a little gap open at the side and let him take his chances. On to the next. Right guys, on to our medieval fields today. I've just had this up. Not sure if it's medieval or Tudor or a bit newer. Not seen anything like it before. Focus, you fool. Still think that, no, it's solid there. It's had some kind of strap or something through there, obviously. It's not a buckle. So, not sure, but interesting. Yeah, take that. I like a bit of history. On to the next. Alright guys, we're just on a bit of a hill in a field that we didn't know was ours till a few months ago. We did find a hammered in here. It was a fairly quiet field, and we did find a hammered. It was the clip where the video went at the end, if you remember. I'm just back on the banking again, and about 9 inch down I think I can see a little bit of silver in there, and I think that might be a hammered. So I'm gonna it is. It looks like a groat. Brilliant. Never had one of these. Had loads of sixpences, shillings, all kinds of different hammers, but never a groat. Right, I'm just going to give this a gentle clean, guys. Looks like a good one.